Hi to anybody who's watching this. So we've been sucking lately. We have not been any type of consistent with our YouTube, and we really want to change that. So we are coming to you with another video, and we are going to do our absolute best to try to be consistent and have as many videos as we can, so that we can
be more consistent.
Yeah. So we thought that we should talk about our love story. Okay, so we were friends for, I think you said, what, 4 or 5 years.
We worked together for 4 or 5 years.
Well, we worked together for 4 or 5 years, but we were friends for the same amount of time ish. There's some in between things there that we won't even get into, but you know, we had arguments, we had fights, and we had some times that we didn't speak, but overall we were friends for that whole entire time. She was in a relationship and I was in a relationship as well, and at the end of my relationship, she was like there for me through the hard, the ugly, the dramatic part of it, all of that. She was just there for me. She was still in a relationship during the time that I got out of my relationship, but she was just amazing. Like, she was just everything that you need in a person after a breakup. She was just there for me. She was awesome. I'm just talking way too good about you. You're just getting to your head. Anyway, so then shortly after my breakup, she ended up breaking up with the person that she was with, and things kind of just started turning a little bit.
Well, we just got a lot more time to each other. We spent a lot more time together.
Yeah, had a lot. So
then I had a major crush.
Right.
So took things into my own hands.
She took things into her own hands. The friendship part of everything started going more towards like partner-ish. Like, she just started
dating.
She just started being like the person of my dreams at that time. It's just, I think it's important to talk about, like, when did it switch from friend to...
Honestly, I don't even think we know when it switched. I don't even think we noticed, honestly, when it went from like friendship to dating.
I had never been with a woman before, but I had always just been someone who has an open mind. And when things started the friendship started turning into something more than that, it was just... she was just everything. Not only everything you can ask for in a best friend, but she was also everything that you can ask for in a life partner. You know, my mom, during this time, my mom had gotten real sick. She was in the hospital for how long? Like,
Jesus, like 6 months maybe the first time.
She was in the hospital for a really long time.
4 or 5 months the second time.
Yeah, she was in the hospital for a really long time, and during that time, my grandma also had, you know, she fell down the stairs and busted open her head. So I'm the only child, so I had my mom to take care of, and then my grandma got sick or hurt, so I had to take care of her. And she was just with me through all of that. Like, she would spend the night in the hospital with me. She would be in the hospital if I needed to take a break. My aunt had died during that time, and I didn't want to leave my mom alone in the hospital, so while I went to the funeral, she stood with my mom. She's just, like I said, she was just everything that you look for in a partner. And my feelings for her from friends turned into like, yeah, let's do this thing. Let's try this thing. And then you can take the rest.
I mean, that all that stuff is like genuine too, because it's like,
well, it is genuine.
I'm also an only child, so I know what, I can only imagine what it must be like, because I never had to, like, you know, thank God, go through something like that with my mom or my grandma. But I can only imagine what that must be like, being an only child, having to go through all that stuff by yourself. It sucks. You're tired and having to work a full-time job at the same time, but then also having 2 people rely on you to take care of them. It's a lot.
And not having a sibling to be like, tag, you're it, like,
yeah,
you're next.
That's a lot. So anything that I could have done to help, I did. because
She really did.
you know, yes, I had a crush on her even through all that time,
think-
but I still did it because, you know, she was my friend and I hated seeing her suffering by herself. That sucked.
Yeah. I think maybe that's when it was really like, wow, like you're just, you know, friends are supposed to be there for you, and they are. I mean, you know, if you have good friends, they are. But this was just a little bit different. Like she was doing the things that you want your partner to do.
All that bad stuff stopped, and then I guess life got kind of back to normal after like
Months.
man, maybe
A
years
year?
actually, because there was a lot of like in between roughness. But you know,
There was a lot of in between roughness. So even though she was amazing, she was awesome, she was there for me, she was just perfect, there was a lot of rough times in between that.
it was just a lot of obstacles for us. So it wasn't like the easiest thing in the world, but I like to say that I pushed through all that because
Well, you did.
I really wanted to make this work, because everything that I had asked God for, it was right in front of me. I just needed to get through all of that stuff that was in my way to get her, because I don't know, I just felt like over my dead body, am I going to pass up this opportunity to be with somebody like this? So we got through all of that really bad stuff, and then when I felt it was safe enough and we had gotten through all of that just crazy dramatic stuff, I came up with the courage to ask her to be my official girlfriend.
It was so cute.
I had worked on it for like 2 months, because at the time I was only like an assistant manager or something like that, or an operations manager, whatever. And I was living on my own, so you know, money was tight, but I had saved up money to buy this diamond promise ring. I didn't want one of those cheesy ones with the hands holding. I wanted to get like an actual ring. And on Valentine's Day, as cheesy as it is, actually in hindsight, I probably wish I wouldn't have done it on Valentine's Day, because that is really cheesy. But anyway, I did do it on Valentine's Day. Crap. I did do it on Valentine's Day, and I decorated my little apartment with like balloons all over the place. I feel like it was so many balloons you couldn't even walk in the room, right? I think that's what it was.
I think so. Like you had told me to come over. Was I working or something, or in school?
I think you were. I think you had just got off of school, and
Okay.
I had told you to come over. It was
And
like
I had
8
no
o'clock
idea.
at night.
The good thing about her is when she plans things, like I literally have no clue. Like she does a good job at hiding things. I'll really be like, oh my god, I didn't even have a slight idea that this was gonna happen. So she's really good at surprises.
Yeah. It was cheesy, and it was within my budget at that moment. I had lights and candles and
She's very romantic as well.
and all of that stuff decorated, and I had this big giant teddy bear. I think he was like half my size on the bed, and I had made this like this wood thing that opens, and I decorated like the adventure book, because like I said, we're really big on Disney.
The adventure book
And
from
Up. So the adventure book from Up, because I really like that love story. That movie, I think, makes me cry within the first 5 minutes, and I love how much he loved her, and that's just how I felt about her, or feel about her, and I wanted us to grow together, so I just thought that was like a really good thing to give her. And in the adventure book, I wrote little things of, how I feel about her, what I want for us, and when she opened it, if I'm not mistaken, one of the things were on there, I was like, would you
Be Mine.
would you be mine? Because I was scared to say, would you be my girlfriend? Because I don't know, I was just scared that she was gonna say no. And I pulled the ring out from like behind my back.
Right, yeah.
And
And I was shocked.
yeah, she was shocked. She
I
put it
was
on her finger.
shocked.
She didn't even say yes or no. She just put it on her finger, and I was like, so yeah or not? And she was like, yeah. And that was the end of that. Oh, and I got this for that day, actually.
And that's the beginning of our love story.
Yeah, and then a year from then,
Well, a few months after we moved in together.
Like, not, well, yeah, 2 weeks after that, she asked me to move in with her. So, in typical lesbian fashion or gay girl fashion.
I think it's just women in general.
I mean, I just feel like if you know, you know. I mean, and that's just the end of it. I feel like people that drag this stuff out, it's just like either you want to be with this person or you don't. Either you know you love them or you don't. Right. And for me, like, I knew a long time ago, even before I asked her to be my girlfriend. And like, and I feel like the minute we became a couple, like, she also knew what my intentions were. And it's sort of just like, if you know, you know, and that's the reality of it. Right? So she asked me to move in with her, and of course I'm not stupid, so I say yes. A year from then, we moved into a different apartment, an even nicer apartment that we love so much. Yeah. So on our first Valentine's Day, I got her this, which is basically like the longitude and latitude of where I planned on proposing, which was in downtown Chicago, and that was our first Valentine's Day.
And that right there is, so we like to drive downtown Lakeshore Drive, and there's a really just pretty beautiful view when you go down there, like a specific view that I love so much. I can pass by it all the time and still just love it so much.
It's well, for like people who know, it's when you're going down Lakeshore Drive and you look to your right, there's the river walk.
I post it on my story every time we go.
And at night, it just has this really pretty view. You know, if
so
you just
beautiful.
do this to the Trump Tower, it's really pretty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so those are the coordinates to that place of where I had planned on proposing. I didn't know exactly how, but I knew that that's where I wanted it to do it. So there's this YouTube person that she watched, and she got proposed to on her birthday, and I noticed how much she liked it. So I had asked her, would you even want to get proposed on your birthday? I think that's kind of stupid. You're doing two different things in one day. And she said, yeah. She said it would be really cute. So that's when I started changing how I was going to propose. But to throw her off, I started talking crap about it and saying how stupid that is, how cheesy that is.
It's not only your day,
it's not
my
just
day
your
too.
day. Like, it's also my day, but it's on your birthday. Like, how dumb is that? Like, you're selfish. I was just talking a lot of crap about it.
She has such a way to make me feel like I really am stupid sometimes.
But it worked.
It did work, but I was just like, oh God, how selfish am I? I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't.
It worked. I had to throw her off the scent because this one came home talking about I'm a fiance. And I had to shut her down because I thought that was so annoying. I didn't want her calling herself a fiance yet. That's not how it works. You can't just come home and deem yourself fiance. Like, that's not how it works. So I was trying to throw her off my scent and get her to shut up.
I'm an impatient person.
You're impatient?
Is that like one of the things of a Sagittarius?
I don't know. We're going to look it up later.
I'm so impatient. When I want something, like, I want it right. I'm working on it, but I want it right.
I finally shut her up, though. After 2 weeks, I think I made her feel bad enough that, that I shut her up, because it was months away that I was going to do it. And I was working on like a box that pops open.
Of course.
Like an exploding box. I was working on that box for like 3 months for it to explode the right way and say the right things.
Okay, so anyways, my birthday comes up, and it was like a big birthday to me because I had turned 30. I had no idea when my birthday came around. I literally did not think that this was gonna happen. I had absolutely not even like a little like maybe, because she took that away from me because she's like, I'm not gonna do that on your birthday. That's stupid. You're being selfish. So I had no idea.
So when she came home from hanging out with her friends on the night of her birthday, well, I had to postpone it because she was so drunk. She didn't remember anything that I had done in the house. The house was really nicely decorated. So the next morning she saw what I did, which was like signs of happy birthday all over the place. I did like a rose gold and white theme over the house, rose petals all over the place. I made her cupcakes with the little 30s all over it. I got her a rose gold 24 karat gold dipped rose that she can keep forever. And then I had her suitcase on the side. I didn't pack her suitcase because she's really picky. So I just figured I could put her suitcase on the side and just tell her to pack that, which worked out because she was super, super excited when I told her she needs to pack that because we're leaving for the night. And she has this obsession with downtown. I got us a room in downtown Chicago at a hotel that's right on the Riverwalk, which is where the coordinates are. And I had planned for us to go to dinner with a few like friends and her mom, but that whole thing came apart because I just figured if her mom wasn't going to be there, then I don't want to do it.
My mom got sick.
She was really sick, and if she wasn't going to be there, then I didn't care for anybody else to be there. So I just sort of said it's probably best for us to just be alone. And while we were in the hotel room, I told her that she needs to get dressed because I still had plans for us to do dinner. And while she was doing that, I decorated the hotel room.
And she's just making it cute because it's my birthday, but I'm getting a purse. I was so excited.
So in the bag, that was pretty good. I didn't think that it looked like a purse bag. It did. But it was a really big white and gold bag. And when she took it out, it was a box, a white box that had the number 30 on top of it. And I had been working on this box for like 3 months to make sure that it was like personalized and I had everything that it needed, and it was a pop-up box, so every time she opened the lid it said something or had pictures of us through time.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So as I was opening those little things, then I started sweating because then it started hitting me like, this is not a purse, this is something else. So
well, I think it hit you after the second pop-up.
Yeah,
because you started slowing down.
No, I feel like first one, I feel like the first one I was kind of like, ooh, that is not gonna be a purse because now it's small, you know? And then like my excitement started turning into nerves because I was like, oh my God, I think I know what's about to happen. Like all of that just went to my head like, holy crap. And then don't you remember when I was like, I'm nervous?
Well, yeah, because then in the last box I had it numbered 1 through 4 and she had to read them in order, and I was basically just pouring my heart out on each of those little letters, and her hands were shaking when she was reading them. And then she opened the last small one. The last small one had the engagement ring box, and I got a personalized one that was a red velvet like lace type box because I just wanted it to be extra. And I picked it up. I remember I got on the wrong knee because I was so nervous.
So like I saw it, and then she had wrote, will you marry me, which is perfect, yeah. Right? For 4 size, so will you marry me. She grabbed it and she got on, I don't even remember her getting on a wrong knee because I was so,
well, to me it was the wrong knee because it felt weird because I'm right-handed, so it should have been my right knee, but I got on my left knee, which wasn't okay because I was nervous. And then like I was about to pass out, so when you get on the wrong knee you don't feel strength. And I really felt like I was gonna tip over, and then it didn't help that she was backing up towards the window, and I thought that she was gonna jump into the river.
She always talks about that because I didn't have an answer, only because I was in such shock. I was like, my hands, I can't bring up my other hand because of my puppy, but my hands are on my face because I did not know that she was doing this. I knew that at some point she was gonna do it, but I did not think it was gonna be that day.
And then you finally said yes.
I mean, I meant yes from the beginning, but it's just really when you don't expect that and it just happens, it's crazy. It's just insane. I'm like, oh my God. So I always meant yes the minute that I saw that. It didn't come out because I was so shocked. Did it?
In a nutshell, our wedding is it was very small. We just did it with like our closest. We went to City Hall with my family, and
then our friends and my family joined us on a boat for dinner. No, for like a lunch.
Yeah, well, we did City Hall with my family, and then we did like a brunch with them, and then we reserved the Odyssey in Navy Pier, and ended up, I mean, we had planned for it to be really small. We just really wanted to get married. We really wanted to get our lives going. We really, really want a baby. So we were just trying to like get past that point. Not get past it. I mean, our wedding, I loved it, but we
just
didn't do the big wedding that we wanted to, but we really want to start a family. So
we just have other plans that we want to use that money that would have been
right
a crazy amount to do a wedding.
So we agreed on a small wedding, which turned out a small wedding, but then our moms got involved, and then everybody's office got coordinated into color blue, and more people started coming.
Yeah.
It got complicated,
so we
but
had like 4 tables.
we are blessed to say that, you know, we had a lot of people that came,
and we do have photos.
We have photos, and we had a really good time. It was actually it was more than we expected, so it was a really good wedding day and a great memory, and ended so fast, which sucks, but
yeah,
I mean, they say that about your wedding, right? But yeah, and now we've been married for a year.
A little over a year now.
A little over a year.
Just made a year.
And stay tuned for more plans.
So thank you guys for watching. I hope that we didn't bore you too much. And we are going to be more consistent with our videos. So yeah, stay tuned for more.
Okay, bye.
Bye.